what do you do in those situations when a majority of the people around you aren't trying to live a happier, healthier life? You got times where you're going out, you want to hang out with friends, or you're going to social events with family, but everyone's like, bro, take a shot with me. Let's have some drinks, eat another hot dog. It's a birthday, eat some birthday cake. And it's like, very tough. Also, what do you do when you're home and you just want to have that 12th bowl of cereal or those sugary sweets are just calling your name? Well, one of the things that I do is I try to set myself up for success by expecting the worst. There's a very great method where you just literally get rid of any tempting foods that you have in your household. Because if you feel like eating a chocolatey sweet donut, but you don't have any chocolatey sweet donuts, then guess what? You're most likely not going to eat that. But there are those times where you might be out and you're driving past a Krispy Kreme donuts, or you're going past McDonald's, and you very easily, you just pull right in there and grab something. A great way that I've allowed myself to overcome those circumstances is by you can get some protein bars, very good alternative to those sugary snacks. And I know some people, they look at this and they're like, oh my gosh, the amount of sugar or whatever. Like, I'm looking at this, there's really not that much sugar in this thing. There's other things too. You get these like keto bars. These are things I just get from Aldi. But if it's between this and just like a bowl of cereal or literally like a donut, like these things actually have some nutritional value. This doesn't have as much protein, but it's way more protein than you're going to be getting from a donut or a bagel. Like, if you want something sweet, you stockpile yourself with these types of protein bars and you're good to go with sweet snacks. Even on the go, you want something savory, literally just get a whole bunch of these. Like, I'm looking at this package, it says 10 grams of protein per serving. Like, 10 grams, that's not a lot. You eat this whole thing, that's 30 grams. It's like $2 or $3 for 30. It's like 10 grams of protein per dollar. That's not too bad with this. 30 grams, and this is a pretty good snack. Imagine if you ate a bag of potato chips. No protein in that. And this you can just like toss in your backpack and just keep it in your car or whatever. Really good alternative to snacking. There's also this high protein granola, and you get the low fat, no added sugar Greek yogurt. You sprinkle this in, you're getting the protein from the Greek yogurt, you're getting the protein from this because this has like cranberries and different things in it. The natural sweetness of this thing, or, there's probably added sugar or whatever, but the sugar from this and the fiber from this and the extra protein from this added into the Greek yogurt, you end up getting like a really nutritious bowl of breakfast right there. Whereas if you had a bowl of cereal, you're getting more sugar than this, more calories than this, and like no nutritional value. Whereas with this, it says like, one serving, 10 grams of protein, and it says there's 6 servings in this thing. And I've easily had like 4 bowls where I use all of this. So I'm getting more than 10 grams of extra protein in with my Greek yogurt, which is probably going to be like 16 grams of protein. So let's say this is 12 plus 16, that's 28 grams of protein. That's like another protein shake's worth of protein right there. And that's like good breakfast. It's like crazy good. But what about times with the drinking and the going out and stuff? I had a situation where I went to a cousin's birthday party, and she was turning like 14 or something. And I show up with one of these bad boys, crack it open, and someone's like, bro, you drinking already, man? It's 11 a.m. And I was like, no, it's liquid death. Have you heard of it? They're like, no, it's like a beer. I'm like, no, dude, it's sparkling water. I'm like, whoa, it looks like a beer. And that had me thinking. I was like, I could show up to events that I don't want to drink at, and I bring one of these bad boys. You cover that label. Yeah, funny joke, bro. Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I got this. I'm still working on this. And it's like, it works really well for avoiding the awkwardness of not being the person drinking at a party. But then let's say there's those other drinking situations. Like, I don't really struggle with trying to not drink soda, but let's say you're one of those people that struggles with drinking soda. Kombucha is a really great alternative. It's bubbly. It's kind of sweet. There's benefits of like probiotics. I believe it's either pro or prebiotics, but it's really good for your gut, really great for digestion. And you can not that I'd recommend drinking like a whole bunch of these in a day. Your stomach might get upset, but these are really good. Like in the beginning, kombucha was kind of like, sounds kind of gross. Moldy tea. Nah, it's not moldy tea, but like fermented tea. I don't know. And the taste was a bit off. I ended up really liking it when I first tried it. And if anything, these new brands and the popular ones that have come out are almost like too sugary, too sweet for my taste. I'm okay with the original kind of more like a vinegary kind of vibe. These are a great way of like replacing your soda habits, drinking one of these. And of course, if you pair it with this is like no calories. You still get the carbonation. It has the same exact feeling. But these are just kind of like some simple hacks that I've done, because you can't just take things out and not expect something else to come in and fill that void. Oftentimes what ends up happening is the thing that comes in and fills that void ends up being twice as bad as the thing that you took out in the first place. But if you take out that bad habit, that thing that you don't want to do, and you replace it, and that's the important thing, you replace it with something that is beneficial, it makes the whole transition process a lot easier. It makes not doing the thing that you want to avoid easier to avoid. Because if you're just all day sitting around, you're like, don't drink soda, don't drink soda, don't drink soda. Like, the only thing you're thinking is soda. Like, you might not be thinking about drinking it or not, but all day, what you're thinking about is thinking about soda. You're trying to tell yourself not to drink it. But when that trigger, that drive, that feeling of like, oh, I could go for a soda, you pivot it. You say, oh, this isn't a feeling of I need to drink soda. It's a feeling of I need to drink kombucha. Or it's a feeling of, you know what, I'm going to grab a liquid death. And then the same thing where it's like, oh man, I can go for some potato chips right now. Oh, snack on some beef jerky stuff. Or like, oh man, I really want that chocolate donut. No, get the keto bar. Eat the keto bar. It's better for you. And the thing that's funny is like, you may or may not be experiencing this yourself, but like, oh, the beef jerky, doesn't it have like a lot of sodium and things like that? It's like, listen, you're getting more benefits from the protein. Like, there's actual things that will help your body with this that bagged potato chips will not. Bagged potato chips, it's just energy. That's just going to be stored as fat. Whereas this, you actually are going to get some protein. And what's interesting is a lot of the cravings that we have, there's been studies that have shown that when there's not enough protein in the system, if there's not enough amino acids in our gut or being digested, a lot of the times our cravings for sweets and for different types of foods, it stems from our gut not sensing that we have those amino acids in our system. And we get this, like for me, it was the sugar cravings. Like, I get these sugar cravings, but what it really meant is I just needed more protein. And you'll see, like, you start eating enough of these, it satiates the sugar signal, but then the protein satisfies it for the long term. This might satisfy the savory signal, but the protein will satisfy you for the long run. And if you're trying to replace your breakfast cereal, you have this, and the protein, again, it's gonna really, really help out. On top of it, you throw this in there and it helps the bacteria in your gut. It's just going to help overall with your digestion, but you do have to feed your gut good things so that the good bacteria can grow and thrive. So I do hope that these tips was able to help you out. I really just wanted to come down here and do this video because, I was talking to somebody on YouTube and it inspired me. I was like, it could be tough to do this journey on your own, especially when you got external influences that might be pulling you in the wrong direction. So even though I should be getting some sleep right now, I care about you guys this much to come down here, record this video, and hopefully give you some inspiration for how you can be proactive in taking your health and your fitness to the next level. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.